Hello students, welcome to the new lecture session. Myself, Shankho Ghosh, Assistant Professor of Automobile Engineering Department at Dr. Sudhir Chandrasu Degree Engineering College under the JIS group. Today we will continue the topic that is entrepreneurship, creativity and the opportunity, which is taken from the chapter number 1. And this subject is basically covered This topic basically covered the subject known as Project and Entrepreneurship Development Lab or PED Lab. Basically, this is the fifth semester diploma students subject. So students, in the previous class, we already discussed about this entrepreneurship, creativity and opportunities, where we covered the definition of the entrepreneurship and what type of criteria is required to be an entrepreneur. Then we know about the function of the entrepreneur. Now today we'll continue this topic on this title with the classification of this entrepreneur. So students, let's start the today's class. So before we start the classification, there are the few factors which is helps for the to be an to the entrepreneur. Those are the internal factor and the second one is external factor. So these two are the more important things, factors which is have to be helps to the entrepreneur. Now coming to the internal factors, there are the three internal factors are there. First one is desire to do something new. Number 2 is educational background and number 3 is experience. These are the internal factors which is help to be an entrepreneur. So when a person is want to be an entrepreneur, he or she must be have some kinds of new innovative idea, or he or she has to be some creative idea. So if he or she has that type of creativity, then he has to do some going for a new business. Then coming to the educational background, to doing any kind of business, he or she must be have a proper knowledge on that field. If a person want to be opening an automobile sales and service station, then they have to be gather some knowledge on the automobile field. Then how the vehicles are services, or what are the processing procedure to sell a vehicle and how it is going through it. So that's why it requires the educational background. Next is he or she has to have experience on that field. If anyone has the experience on that field, then they can go easily understand the what will be the next step and what will happen if we do this. So that's why they have to require some kinds of experience to run a business in a proper way. So these are the internal factors. And now coming to the second is the external factors. The external factors are the government assistance support. So this is number 1. Number 2 is availability of labor and the raw material. Number 3, encouragement from big business houses. And 4 is promising demand for the product. So first one is the government assistance and the support, where if a person want to be open a sale or services of automobile, then he needs to some government registration certificates to run a business in a place. So that's one, or the government services support is required. Means when he open a business, he has to be make an IT file and he has to be maintain his paperwork in a proper way to the government assist. purposes. Second is the availability of labor and raw material. If a person opening a workshop or a service center in a area where the labor problems is placed already, or labor problem is showing in the previously, so there and that place or raw material to collect the raw material, which is another issue. So that area is not too good to run a business. So that's why it requires a proper place where he can able to find out the skilled labor, and they can easily access the raw material from the various sites. Third one is the encouragement from big business and the houses. When a entrepreneur run his or her business, then he has to be encouraged to convert his small business into the big business houses or into a group. So that's why he need the motivation, self dependent, and he or she has to be power up to take the risks, and he and she has to be the power to see to understand the future perspective. So this one is the third external factor. Now coming to the fourth one, the promising demand for the product. When a business is run and he or she try to make any kind of product, and when he promote that his or her product available these types of various types of points, then when he sell his product, then he has to be cover up all the promising points they already discussed during the promotion. So that's why the promising demands for the products, which has to be another external factor. So these are the external factors which is help for the to be an entrepreneur. Now coming to the types of entrepreneur. So there are the 7 types of the entrepreneur. These are the various classified according to the various things. Those are the types of business. Second is use of technology. Third one is the motivation. Fourth is the grow up. Fifth one is the area. Sixth one is the gender and the age, and seventh is the sales and operations. So these are the main classification of the entrepreneur. Now coming to the types of business. So there are 7 types of business are there. Business, first one is start with the business entrepreneur. When a person has some kind of new idea to run a business, so that is the business entrepreneur. When a person business is type of trading type, this business is a trading type, then he is called the trading entrepreneur. When a person run his business like an industrial type business, then he or she is known as the industrial entrepreneur. When a person run a business like a corporate type, then his business is called as he or she is known as a corporate entrepreneur. When a person run a business which is related to the agriculture, then he or she will be known as the agricultural entrepreneur. When a person run a business which is related to the retail, then he or she will be known as the retail entrepreneur. And when a person provides some kinds of service as a business, then he or she will be known as the service entrepreneur. So students, here you can see there, so there are the purpose of the business. According to the purpose of the business, there the entrepreneurs are divided into these 7 types. The business entrepreneur, based on the business, where he or she apply new types of idea, innovate creativity, so that's a business entrepreneur. When he is doing a trading type business, that's the trading entrepreneur. When he or she was doing the industrial type of business, that is then he or she known as the industrial entrepreneur. When he or she doing corporate type business, and then he or she will be known as the corporate type entrepreneur. when the entrepreneur is related to the agriculture, then he or she will be known as the agricultural entrepreneur. Retail type known as the retail entrepreneur, and for the service provider, then he is known as a service entrepreneur. Now coming to the use of the technology. So there are the basically three types of technology use. Three types which is where they use technology. First one is the technical entrepreneur, second one is non-technical, and third one is professional entrepreneur. In case of technical entrepreneur, all the business which is run where the technically connected, the technology is included. So that kind of business is called the technical entrepreneur. When he or she is doing or run a business which is connected to the which is not connected with the technical, then she known as a non-technical entrepreneur. When a person doing a business for a professional purpose or an advisor, then he is known as the professional entrepreneur. Next one is according to the motivation. So there are the four type of entrepreneur based on the motivation. First one is a pure entrepreneur, where a person try to doing a new kind of business with a new creative idea, then it is known as a pure entrepreneur. When a business run a business with some the help of the other and motivation other sides, then it is called the induced entrepreneur. Third one is the motivated entrepreneur, which type of business is basically based on the to motivate all the others. Then the motivated type business, and the last one is the spontaneous entrepreneur, where the entrepreneur are spontaneously connected with this motivation things, then it is called as a spontaneous entrepreneur. Now coming to the according to the area. So there are the two types of entrepreneur. One is urban area entrepreneur and second one is a rural entrepreneur. So if your business is run in the urban area, then the entrepreneur is called as the urban entrepreneur. When a business is run at the rural area, then the entrepreneur is called as the rural entrepreneur. So according to the area, there are the two types of entrepreneur. And according to the gender and age, there are the also two types of entrepreneur. One is men and another is woman. When a man run a business, then he is known as the man entrepreneur. And when a woman or a lady run a business, and then her business is called as the woman entrepreneur. Just because of the running of a lady or a woman. According to the genders, there are the two types of entrepreneur. Now coming to the scale of operations, there are the two types. One is small scale operations and another is large scale entrepreneur. In small scale operation entrepreneur, where the business type is basically is small which is limited within a one area or one district or one state. So that's basically a small scale type area. And when a business run in overall the country and overall the international way, then he is running a large scale type entrepreneur. So basically according to the scaling, so there are or sales type of operation, these are the two types of entrepreneur. Now coming to the classify the entrepreneur. So basically the entrepreneur has been classified into the four, where first one is the innovative entrepreneur, second one is imitative or adaptive entrepreneur, third one is Fabian entrepreneur, fourth one is drone entrepreneur. In case of the innovative entrepreneur, the entrepreneur must be have highly motivated and talented. So when a person run his business, so he has to be creative minded and he has to be self motivated. So that's why he can run a business. Then he has to have creative idea or innovative idea. They are trying to introduce a new product. So it means the person who run a business, and there he always try to use new kinds of technology to do his job in a proper way, and they are trying to new quality of existing product. Means in a production or in a running business, they are improved in new with the new idea for his existing product, so they can easily modify it in a proper way or otherwise he can improve the quality of the existing product. So in this way, and then he is can easily capable to do something new methodology to run his or her business. So that type of business or entrepreneur is called as the innovative entrepreneur. So basically students, in an innovative entrepreneur, the person is always trying to use his innovative idea and with his talent, and they always try to use new kinds of technology and the methodology to run his products. Next is imitative or adaptive entrepreneur, where in this entrepreneur they are not ready to do with some new idea. They are always trying to adapt some kind of successful idea from the others, and then he can run a business. And where they are not try to some innovation, and they are not to a creative. I mean creative. They are just imitates his or her technology, and they just following someone's uh, methodology to run a business, and they are always avoid to taking the risk. So this kind of entrepreneur is called as the imitative entrepreneur. Next is the Fabian entrepreneur. Fabian entrepreneur are a doubtful characters they are present in this in his or her nature, and they are always adopt the great caution and the skepticism. They are neither introduce any kinds of new technology or not adapt the new method. They are always following the traditional method which is already used in the previous years. So they are never ever try to improve their methodology or their business running idea. They always try to follow his or her business to run in a traditional way. So that this type of business entrepreneur is called as the Fabian entrepreneur. Last one is the drone entrepreneur. Here the entrepreneur is basically blindly follow his or her traditional value or the traditional method. If his or her business which is started in the 10 to 15 years 10 to 20 years ago, and that time what and that time they use they use any kind of technology, but still now in recent era they are always continue this technology. They are not try to convert it, or they are not try to adapt any other new technology, and they are not try to innovate the new technology, and they are not try to adapt the other new methodology which is available in this current era. So that's why this entrepreneur is called as a drone entrepreneur. Now coming to the theory of the entrepreneur. So basically entrepreneur theory of the entrepreneur classified in three way. First one is the economical, second one is psychological, and third one is the sociological. So in these three theories are based on the for the entrepreneurship. Economical means where the main drive for the entrepreneurial activities are available. Basically in case of economical entrepreneurship, main drive of entrepreneurial activities like all the activity which is occur with this with the help with this entrepreneur which is connected with the economic gain. So that is called as the economical entrepreneur. So basically in the economical purpose where all the entrepreneurial activities is directly connected with the economy. So that's why this theory is known as the economical theory. Second one is the psychological, where most of the work emerge with the society with sufficient supply of individual possession particular characteristic, where all the entrepreneurship activity are connected with the mind, and they are which is connected with the society. So that kind of theory is called as the psychological theory of entrepreneurship. And next one is the sociological, where all the work or all the activity which is done by the entrepreneurial activity are connected with the social value. So that kind of theory is called as the sociological theory of entrepreneurship. So student, this three are the main theory of the entrepreneurship. Now coming to the barrier of the entrepreneurship. So basically here are the 7 barriers are available. Those are the lack of the viable concept. If a person who has not a proper kind of concept to his creativity or his innovation, so that due to the lack of this concept he or she does not run a proper entrepreneur. This is the first one. Second one is the lack of market knowledge. If a person make innovative any kind of idea, when he and then he run a business, and after his production is ready, he or she when going for a market for buy his product, and then he or she see that there are already available his or her product on the market. So that's there are the lack of market knowledge. So that is the more another kinds of barrier for the entrepreneurship. Third one is the lack of technical skill. If or she has not a proper technical knowledge, then he or she cannot be run a proper business. Then lack of capital. If their investment or their is not supported in proper way, then he and she cannot run a business in a proper way. Then the lack of the business know-how. If he or she has no proper idea that how to run a business or how to control the business in any kind of situation, then he then he and she can face the various problems. So this one is the another kinds of barrier of the to the entrepreneurship. And then is the time, presence and distraction. So if he or she cannot focus, or she cannot control his mind to do his or her business, so that time, just because of his focusless and uncontrolled his mind, they cannot control his business in a proper. So this one is the another barrier. And the last one is the legal construction and regularity. When a person run a business, he or she has to be follow the legal rules or government rules. So that one is another barrier. So these are the seven are the so these are seven are the main barrier to the entrepreneurship. If we overcome these barriers, then his or her business will be run successfully. So students, here in today's class we covered the factors of the entrepreneur. Then we discussed the classification of the entrepreneurship. So in the next class we will continue this entrepreneurship skill with a new topic. So still then, stay at home and stay safe. Thank you so much students.